Welcome to Behind the Politics, a weekly podcast where we interview members of the Colorado Senate Democratic Caucus to learn more about their personal and political life. My name is David, and I'm here with my colleague Jill.
Hello.
Today we are joined by State Senator Rachel Zenzinger. Hi, Senator, and thanks for swinging by and chatting with us today.
Oh, no problem.
So Senator Zenzinger's district includes the communities of Arvada and Westminster within Jefferson County. She was elected to the Senate in 2016 and served for one session in 2014 when she was appointed to fill a vacancy. Senator Zenzinger serves on the Senate Education and Transportation Committees. So one thing that people may not know about you, you are a big sports fan. On Rockies opening day, you were decked out in purple, and you also came super close to winning our Office March Madness pool. So what's your favorite Colorado team to go watch?
It just depends on the season. So right now it's baseball, and not too long ago it was basketball, and before that it was football, and before that it was... So I really enjoy sports. I have a couple of apps on my phone where I track all of the different sports that are happening, and so I've got my MLB.com, and I've got my NCAA app on my phone, and it's something that my fiance and I really enjoy doing together, and it's exciting in Colorado in particular because we have such great sports teams.
Yeah, I mean, so baseball's your team right now. What do you think about the Rockies season this year? Is there hope?
I think there is. I think that we've had a really strong start, which we've had some strong starts in the past and then fizzled out. And so the real question is whether it can be sustainable. And I think there's been a real strong effort to try and rebuild our bullpen. And but our new pitcher has kind of been a little up and down. So he might even out over the season. And then in the long run, I always keep hope alive.
New manager Bud Black, he's not doing too bad of a job so far, you don't think?
So far, I think he's doing fine.
All right. Well, continuing on a theme from last week's podcast, we wanted to ask you about your two girls. You mentioned the three of you love to try out different restaurants and different types of cuisines. What kind of started that family tradition?
So, children just don't like to try things. They just get into their comfort foods, macaroni and cheese every night, or cheese sandwiches. And so I was trying to expose them to some new foods. I was trying to expose them to some new culture. And so one day we were downtown, and it was a celebration, and we were trying to find like a really fancy place to eat. And so we went to Fogo de Chão, and which is Brazilian. And the experience of them walking to the table and slicing off the meats, and then the pineapple, which was, to die for, just really appealed to them. They thought, well, that was a really fun experience. And so we really hyped up, how it was Brazilian food. And then we started doing research. So then they started picking countries and saying, well, we want to go and eat French food, or we want to go to Germany. So then we would do some research and find a German restaurant, and then we would do some background. We went to a Moroccan restaurant, for example, and that was exciting because they got to sit on the floor and eat with their hands. So anything that kind of is out of the ordinary, where they can experience both food and culture, that's what we were trying to shoot for.
That's awesome. What would you say is one of the most interesting things you, Sophia, and Olivia have tried so far?
So we went to La Centrale actually a month before it closed. And so this is a French restaurant that was pretty famous here in Denver. And the girls tried, well, one of them, Olivia, who tends to be a little bit more adventurous, actually tried escargot. And she loved going back to her school and telling all of the kids that she ate escargot. Sophia, on the other hand, wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. And she went back and told all of her friends that I tried to make her eat escargot. So, but Sophia, her favorite restaurant that we've been to is actually a Peruvian restaurant, which is in the Highlands area, called Civic. And she likes it so much. We went on her 11th birthday, and then she wanted to return back there for her 12th birthday. And then just last week, she had her 13th birthday, and she wanted to return back to the Peruvian place for for her 13th birthday. So definitely Peruvian food has made an impression upon her.
Clearly. I know that Arvada and Westminster, your district, Senate District 19, is home to some great restaurants. Are there any places there that you would recommend to anybody who's swinging by?
Yes, so there were 2 restaurants that we tried out in particular that kind of fit our ethnic theme, and the first one's called the Golden Europe, and it's right on Wadsworth Boulevard, not too far from the Starbucks that everybody goes to. So the Golden Europe focuses on food in Northern Europe, so it had German, Polish, a little bit of Austrian, and Czechoslovakian. So, and it's delicious.
Mm-hmm. Wow, no, that's pretty cool.
So just for our final question, we, kind of bring it back to politics a little bit. We wanted to ask about your time in the Arvada City Council. How do you think your local government experience has helped you as a senator?
I think it has helped me incredibly. One of the benefits of serving in local government, it's a nonpartisan position. So you really get an opportunity to serve alongside other people from different walks of life, different political affiliations, but you learn how to work with everybody and you learn how to listen to your colleagues in a way that I think politics down here at the Capitol sometimes interrupts. So I really enjoyed that experience of learning how to work through to solve problems without letting politics get in the way. And then the second thing that I really enjoyed was just having a really good background on some key topics that we tend to talk about down here at the Capitol, like transportation. I had an opportunity to serve on the Denver Regional Council of Governments, and the knowledge that I accrued through that process really gave me an insight into transportation that has proven to be extremely valuable down here, especially serving on the Transportation Committee.
That's great. Well, thanks for talking with us, Senator Zenzinger. I really appreciated it. And thank you all for listening. We'll be back next week with State Senator Matt Jones.